revealed to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself, inasmuch as it is appointed for men to die once, and after this comes the judgment. So Christ also, having been offered once, one judgment, once to bear the sins of many, will appear a second time for salvation, without reference to sin, to those who eagerly await him. Now, what do we mean by his substitutionary death? And these verses are very important. Here's what that means. Listen carefully. Because of God's love for sinful mankind, he sent Jesus, sinless. He had to be sinless. Only one sinless person to walk the face of this earth, and that's Jesus Christ. Because a sinner could not bear the sin of another sinner. It had to be the perfect sacrifice. He sent Jesus Christ into this world for the purpose of, the ultimate purpose of doing what? Of giving himself as a substitute for your sin and mine, for you and for me. Because at the cross, what he did, he placed all of your sin and mine upon Jesus Christ. Look, if you will, in Hebrews chapter 9 for a moment, and look again at this passage now. Here's what he says. He says,
somebody give me John.
In verse 26, he would have needed to suffer often, but of course he does not. Once at the consummation of the ages, he has been manifested to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself. That word put away means what? He lifts this burden off of us.
Could you ask them to give me John?
Because when you and I agree that his death is real, that he came as a substitute, God, the Father, listen, removes the burden of sin and its guilt and its consequences from us. He takes it away. That's what that's all about. He says he lifts it off of us. And verse 28, so that Christ also, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, will appear a second time for salvation. Listen, without reference to sin, to those who eagerly wait for it. Now also go back to that word put away for a moment. That word